through now. Pour on, Miss Flaxton.
Thank you, officer.
All right, put down your kids a minute. Is this fresh?
Yes.
It's all right.
Transfer from Style.
That's right.
2 years.
Right again.
Miss.
Well,
You call me Miss.
yeah, well, that figures.
Screws! Do you know whom you're talking to?
A screw.
This is the governor.
Oh.
You call her Madam.
Haven't got a ciggy on you, have you?
Yeah, I'm not being doubled up with an old paraffin like that.
Don't
Now
you call
stop
me a
this,
paraffin,
both
you
of
young
you.
cow.
Why don't you?
Jane Brogan.
But I'm doing 2 years, madam. It's not right putting me in with someone who's only doing 14 days, let alone that old bag. Don't have all night. This way. Hope you don't get any rest.
Oh, bitch! Please, dirty, rotten bitch! Let's stop! Get off our killer!
No, Rita, no!
Is that fact?
Come on, Armitage. Get your arms up. You know the procedure. Up, Armitage.
Gonna give you a rub down, Armitage!
You're gonna love this, Armitage.
It's not like that, Davis!
It is like that, Armitage!
Yeah, of course it is, yeah.
Here, you can sit on it if you like.
Jammy old paraffin.
Armitage, you have days when you feel this whole place is going to blow up any minute?
Often, madam.
Get out of here! Breaking my legs! Quiet! Get back into line! I just touched it with my elbow. Oh, the old bitch, he just went for me.
They did, Betty, they did. Oh, I brought you an avocado pear. It must be absolutely frightful for you being yelled at all the time by women of that sort. I tell you what, why don't you plant it in a pot? They did, Betty, they did. Eh? You'll find it grows into quite an attractive plant. What's that you're reading? Dear, I should have thought they'd given you something a bit more worthwhile.
I like this kind of book. Very true to life.
That's not a book, Betty. That's a magazine. No, honestly, Betty, I don't blame you as much as I blame society. That's not a book, Betty. That's a magazine. It makes one furious to think of you being forced to steal food.
Nobody forced me, did they?
No, but they did, Betty, they did. That's not a book, Betty. That's a magazine. They did, Betty, they did. God, you're patronising.
They must be the students.
Oh, one's a bit long in the tooth.
Don't be rude.
Yvonne!
Oh, it's an officer that I'd like to be, bringing up 2 girls on my own since my husband died, and it's an officer that I'd like to be, getting them both married off to nice young men without having to. I gave them praise where it was due, but I told them plainly about their faults. So I've never been frightened of telling them black from white like a lot of parents are. It's the dignity of being human.
And you think that this will help with the prisoners?
Well, I taught my girls that the pleasure of living comes from being clean in both body and mind, and I'd like to do the same for women in trouble.
Well, of course. It'd be interesting to know what attracted you to the prison service, Mrs. Swales.
Well,
I'll bet it was pretty satisfying.
Well, you could say it's thick enough.